Happy Friday to you, wherever you may be in the world, and thanks for connecting. We are on day 5 of the 21-day mindset challenge. And today we are focusing on goals. So if you haven't had the opportunity yet to jump on board on the 21 steps and days challenge, do hop on back to the videos that I've recorded previously to have a look at those so that you can start from day one. It's not a race, it's more about what steps you take in terms of achieving your own personal goals. Okay, so this fits in nicely with the goal setting topic that I'm going to talk about. And as you're connecting, do let me know where you're connecting from by leaving comments below, just saying a quick hello. And I am connecting from the UK. My name is Chiko. I'm a creative entrepreneur. And I decided to do this 21-day challenge as well as to challenge myself to consistently show up on a daily basis as we get into the winter time, the gloom and doom of winter time. So you create what you think and believe. So I'm trying to overcome the winter blues, as some people call it, sad. I am recording simultaneously on YouTube and on Instagram as well. Before I hop on into the goal setting, let me just briefly go over what we've covered so far. So on day 1, we covered gratitude. Day 2, self-limiting beliefs and fears. Day 3, we covered positive affirmations. And day 4 is visualization. And the reason why I'm holding this book up, I also wanted to remind myself so that I can let you know as one of the good references to have a look at the compound effect, which references to how you can achieve goals, taking smaller and measurable tasks going forward for consistency as well. And what I'm doing on YouTube is adding all the 21 days challenge into a playlist. So you will find on my playlist that there is a mindset challenge playlist, and you can go there and play all the videos in a sequential order according to the days. And then what I do as well, anything that I discuss on this platform, I transfer it onto my blog post, where I include additional written information of like exercises and additional educational resources such as this book, or any useful courses that might help you in your entrepreneurship journey as well. Okay, so let's get started about goals. Let me know what your beliefs are in terms of when it comes to achieving goals as well. How do you set them? And are you always consistent, or do you struggle with the up and downs of the reality of what it takes to become successful mindset wise? So the reason I reference back to what we have covered so far, it all interlinks. Okay, so in order to take ownership of your goals and to be able to achieve what you're looking for in life, it helps to affirm who you are as a person. Okay, so what I mean by affirmations is behind here. Okay, you can reference day 1. So affirmations is the conviction of what you believe in. So if you look walking into your vision as an example, affirming positive things that you want to achieve in life, affirming your sense of self-worth, and what you believe in yourself as well as a person. Then self-limiting beliefs. It's good to also be aware of what your self-limiting beliefs are, and self-sabotaging tendencies, as this helps you to overcome my question that I mentioned earlier, is how good are you at maintaining consistency? When you become aware of your tendencies like self-sabotage, you learn how to become more honest with yourself, to challenge and push beyond those mindset challenges. So I'll give you an example. Today, I was like, oh, my sofa feels very comfortable. I could sit here all day. Let's just shut the curtains and stay here for a while. I didn't go beyond the point of, should I record a live session today? Reason being is that I've tied myself into a commitment. And that is very important. So there's a commitment that is motivating me to show up consistently, and that's how goals work too. So that over time you will start to develop this mechanism of consistency, daily routines, and also taking accountability and ownership of what you want to achieve. So questioning yourself, especially when those things come to mind about, oh, I want to relax, I don't want to do something today. It's more about being realistic as well. And what I was going to start off with was, when we set goals, I'll use we as a royal we. It is most of the times based on grand ideas that you probably may have seen like on social media or online magazines, you name it. Okay, so this is in relation to millionaire lifestyle or the get rich quick schemes. The idea that success, obtaining materialistic things is the trendy thing to do, or get rich quick schemes will get you rich very fast. So when you buy into that falsehood, the grand idea becomes, I'll give you an example of owning a palace before owning something smaller. And that in itself, when you create that surreal reality, it becomes overwhelming because not everybody, or you might not be in that position. Let me charge my phone is telling me that I'm running low on battery here. So before I disconnect from Instagram, let me do that first. Okay, so then you build up this, let me get rich quick. The grand idea becomes overwhelming because what you're seeing is a glossy picture of somebody else who has worked so hard to get where they are, worked hard and smarter for over a prolonged period. They have developed consistent methods on how to compound their goals over time. Okay, so this session today is about being realistic about the goals that you set for yourself, moving away and beyond the get rich quick ideas, moving away from the mindset of I need to benefit or gain something instantaneously. And if I don't gain something instantaneously, then that means that I am failing. Okay, which often is an inaccurate picture. It's just a social construct which we have normalized nowadays to become a reality. The reality is that goals take a long time to achieve, not all of them. If you're thinking of a grand idea, for example, like I've talked about, like the mansion. So you see somebody has become successful and they own a mansion, they own a palace as an exaggeration. Okay, you think it's instantaneous as an example, but it's not. There has to be some background work that has been developed over time for most people. Yes, there's some people who are fortunate enough to have inherited wealth. I still believe that success is about a mentality. Whatever you may be in life, whether you inherited it or you've developed it yourself, you've acquired it yourself rather than developed it, there's still mentality about mindset, success, self-belief, consistency, routine, daily habits that build up into something. Okay, so smaller goals, being more realistic. So I'm just going to say hello for anybody who's hopped on Instagram, and if anybody hops on YouTube as well. I can see one person but no name yet. So hello for hopping on. We are on day 5 of the mindset challenge. So I'm just going to look at my notes so that I can be succinct and get straight to the point of what I was going to talk about in terms of goals. So if you haven't had the opportunity yet to hop on this mindset challenge, you're most welcome to go back to day 1 of the challenge, and you'll find the videos on YouTube in a sequential order in my playlists. And also I include links to my blog post where you'll find educational resources as well as detailed exercises which will help you in terms of the steps that you can take to move towards developing a positive outlooking mindset in terms of entrepreneurship. Okay, so just in terms of goals, they have to be smart goals. So what do I mean by smart? Specific, measurable, achievable, and time bound. Okay, so you have to name what it is that you're wanting to achieve. So this links on nicely with your life vision. When you look at your life vision, is what do you visualize becoming? Who is this person? And what self-limiting beliefs are you looking to overcome? That could be your goal. Okay, the fears, the self-doubt, what small measurable goals can you take every day to help you to achieve time-bound and realistic goals? What sort of commitment can you develop which ties you into that commitment? And sometimes that commitment, you might not be able to do it on your own. So it helps to have an accountability partner, somebody who thinks the way you do as well. Okay, somebody who has an optimistic outlook, who has a positive outlook. This does not mean that it's not about ignoring the reality that there's, for example, a pandemic happening, but it's more about being realistic that we still have to move on with life. We have to embrace our dreams, our goals, and achieve something in life, a greater purpose, and look at still pursuing your purpose to make every day meaningful. Okay. And then your goals, when it's time specific, committing to daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, 6 months, yearly, writing them down as my examples here. Yesterday, I shared how these are my affirmations, and then this is my 5-year plan. Okay, I've come to the end, 2020, coincidentally. So I started 5 years ago, and I just mapped out what was my life vision, who I needed to connect with, as examples. Okay, so you can, something visual, something you can see. And if you're struggling with things such as like self-limiting beliefs, self-doubt, it helps to have things like this, affirmations. It may seem like something ridiculous. The thing about the 21 mindset challenge is that the ridiculous things do actually embed in your head the more often you do them, as it takes 21 days and beyond to develop a new habit. So this is just a little cushion of helping you to start off into developing something. Okay, this thing about developing a success and outcomes. Success for me is about internal happiness, not necessarily about wealth. And there's nothing wrong with wealth. But if you're not happy inside and if you're not fulfilled, then the success will be nothing. So it's about moving beyond the 21 days and being able to maintain some level of fulfillment in things that you're doing, and being clear about what your life vision is. Okay, your life vision, your purpose, who you want to be as a person, and then walking towards that person. That person, you becoming your own competitor in everything that you're doing every day, and discarding the social pressures that come with entrepreneurship. Okay, so discarding the shiny bright objects, because you then become self-aware of who you are, and only choose opportunities which align with your core values, which align with your vision. And if they don't speak truth to you and they don't connect with your intuition, then you do not choose that path. Because what happens is, when you choose something that is not in line with your vision or with your path, the likelihood is that you will feel disappointment, you'll feel like you're not achieving it, or you might achieve this instantaneous success and then it's not consistent, or you might be forcing yourself to do things which do not necessarily fulfill you. The things that fulfill you are things which will add to what I've mentioned, a greater purpose, serving other people. Okay, so when you find, or when you know what your life vision is, you link it to your new opportunity products and services. Then you serve people through means like this, through content creation, or through your introducing your product. It's about educating, looking at what sort of problems people are being confronted by and helping them. So when you come from a place of helping, the likelihood is that you will receive much more in return. When you come from a place of take, the likelihood is you will it will be something that you'll forever be chasing rather than people coming towards your way, because it seems inauthentic, and it does appear inauthentic. The type of questions that you want to be asking yourself as you're writing down your life vision goals are: what, where, how, who, and when. Okay, so the what is being specific about what is it exactly that you're looking to achieve. Why? Asking yourself why. What is the reason why? Is it connected to your life purpose, your vision, your core values? Where? Is it linked to like a specific location that you want to be able to travel to, be able to move to? Or is it a specific place where you visualize yourself? I'll just exaggerate here. It might be you want to be on TV. It might be you visualize yourself being on stage, or you visualize yourself helping other people. Where is that specific place? And who are these people that you want to help? What do they look like? Okay, are they men, women, children? Okay, then the how is your vehicle. What sort of vehicle do you need to help you to get to where you're going to get to? The how are you going to achieve it? Okay, so having all the tools and equipment that can help you. So the tools are, this is an example, okay? That's an example of when you're thinking things down, writing them down, and then affirming them, writing a plan. It just helps you to take away anything that you're thinking in your mind mentally. And as you start to write it down, your path becomes a little bit more clearer. And the how can also be things like education. What type of educational skills do you need to acquire or learn? Could it be something as basic as hopping onto YouTube? Like now, I'm on YouTube and Instagram. Could it be something like listening to something for like 5 minutes and then acquiring some new knowledge? Who who should be on your journey? Okay, so before I mentioned something along the lines of an accountability partner, somebody who thinks like you, somebody who's optimistic. A person who is your accountability partner is somebody who challenges you. You mutually challenge each other to achieve greater goals and outcomes. Then the when is about setting realistic and achievable goals. Okay, so the when is, I'm going to do it today. I'm going to dedicate 5 minutes. Okay, it's about being realistic with yourself, because I think that, like, remember what I mentioned about the palace. When you think about achieving something grand before you've done anything else before that, it becomes overwhelming. Okay, the reason why I'm explaining that is that I've experienced that overwhelm as well. Then you don't do anything about it, you procrastinate, and then the circle repeats itself. When you're compassionate with yourself, realistic, with self-care, self-love, and think, what is my mentality like? Is 5 minutes realistic for me? 10 minutes every day to build on these little goals that I want to achieve. So this is where the compound effect comes in. Okay, the 5 goals build up to something at the end of the week. Okay, 5 times 5, what is it? So you've achieved something. I'm not a mathematician, believe it or not. No, I'm just joking. Just an example. Okay, anything that is within your own framework that helps you to feel a little bit happier that you've achieved something that is realistic for yourself. So I'll end it here, and I hope that this session, day 5 of the Mindset Challenge, has been of benefit. I'm going to leave you with something that I wrote, and I'm going to include in my blog post, came to mind was Rome was not built in a day. Okay, so that saying is very accurate when it comes to setting goals and venturing off in any direction that you want to go into. Entrepreneurship, if that's your ideal venture, or something else that is more meaningful for you, moving beyond where you are at the moment. It's looking at it as though you're building a structure, okay, a structure that will take time and it will compound over time. Okay, so do go back to day one where we talked about gratitude. Gratitude makes you feel more grounded and accepting what you already have right now, and anything else on top is an addition. Day two, we talked about self-limiting beliefs, and self-sabotage is questioning and challenging the things that come up for you when you are confronted by negative thoughts. Day three, we covered positive affirmations, counteracting the negative thoughts and then replacing them with positive affirmations, owning who you are as a person, feeling proud of it as well. Visualization, visualizing where you want to be, and then owning that vision, because that vision was intended for you. It's your life purpose. It's who you were meant to be. You were gifted with it. And then writing everything you visualize down, turning it into a reality little by little every day. Then 5, the final one, is about goals, setting realistic goals. Next week, I'm going to be covering the 5 W's. Are they 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6 W's. But the what, why, where, how, who, when. I'm going to be breaking that down more. And I look forward to you joining me next week. Wishing you an absolutely fantastic, amazing weekend. Thank you for joining me on Instagram and on YouTube. Remember to hit the follow button, subscribe button, so that you can be kept up to date with my live sessions. So I'm going to say hi to Malawiana Rimpi Gandhi, I believe. And then there was somebody else on Instagram. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining on YouTube, and I look forward to seeing you next week.